Hello, my name is Christine Driscoll. I'm the Associate Director of the Social Entrepreneurship Initiative at INSEAD, which is part of the Rudolph and Valeria Mag International Center for Entrepreneurship. Today, we're lucky enough to have with us INSEAD alumna Anat Bar-Gera from the class of December 1987. Anat and her husband Dev, who's also an INSEAD alum from the same year, are serial entrepreneurs. Welcome, Anat.
Hi, Christine.
We're very glad to have you here today. Your fourth company was providing YooMee within Europe.
Exactly, emerging markets in Europe. We started in Vienna in Austria because this is like our natural hub. This is where we had the previous companies, or most of them. But we very quickly went into Croatia and Serbia, also with the thinking that YooMee is a natural for emerging markets.
Could you describe a little bit what YooMee is for people?
Okay, so the elevator pitch YooMee is like a Wi-Fi, but it covers a larger area. Instead of 100 meters, it can cover something of around 2 kilometers, depending on the equipment. You can deploy a city very fast. We are now working in Africa, so a city like Douala, I take an example which is a real one, Douala in Cameroon, a city of about officially 2 million inhabitants, actually much more. We were able to cover it within 5 months. It's a record time, but still it's doable. 5 months, we put 45 base stations, and that's it. The city is covered with wireless broadband internet access. So everybody who becomes our subscriber immediately have internet access. And it's a speedy, and it's broadband, it's great quality. YooMee is very much a good fit for emerging markets because emerging markets suffer from lack of copper in the ground. YooMee is part of the 4G technology because there is a tendency to assume that the YooMee will be taken over by LTE very soon. I don't want to get into this discussion. All I want to say is that we started by providing YooMee today, and we might upgrade ourselves to LTE.
And
so we get licenses. Another big difference between YooMee and Wi-Fi is that YooMee, you get licenses. It's not a public spectrum. You've got to go to the regulatory bodies and acquire them. And it's not that everybody can. You go through a certain process of beauty contest, and either you win it or you don't, and you have to pay nice amounts of money for that, and you have to commit that you will be deploying the country. So we did this in Austria, Slovakia, Croatia, and we were the first pan-European operator on the YooMee domain. The company built very quickly strong technical and operational competence. We got twice Best of YooMee World Award. And we built about 200 base stations and acquired a couple of 10,000 of subscribers.
Wonderful.
In 2007, we got an offer from NextWave, which is a publicly traded company on NASDAQ in the YooMee area, and we decided to sell them the company. And then we said, this time we're really going to go and retire, that's it.
But you didn't.
But we didn't.
Which leads to your current venture, 4G Africa. Do you want to tell us a little bit about the work you're doing there?
Absolutely, happily. So in 2007, we started 4G Africa, which provides, for the moment, YooMee connection. But the mission is basically to provide a state-of-the-art, affordable, wireless broadband internet access to the people and to the businesses of sub-Saharan Africa. So we started with the YooMee, as I say, we might upgrade to LTE. Our first country in which we started the operation is in Cameroon. We got a license there. We covered Douala. And 3 weeks ago, we were able to launch it. We had a good, strong launch there with a lot of presence on TV and newspapers coverage. And we got on the second day, right after the launch, 600 visitors on our website.
Wow.
And when you know the numbers, like Cameroon is 20 million people country, but the amount of people who are using internet, the African average is something around 5%, and broadband internet is around 1%. So that's pretty amazing. Facebook users in Cameroon, for example, is 220,000 people. So to get this amount of visitors, we were very happy.
Yes.
In the meantime, we got another award within 4G Africa, a red herring. They gave us the award of one of the innovative companies in Europe. And we're laughing because we are an innovative company in Europe. We have the headquarters in Switzerland, but actually the operations are all in Africa. So in a way, red herring is the first time that red herring gave an award, but to an African company.
Yes.
They still don't have this category. We're very excited about Africa, because about 4G Africa, because this time we feel that without even planning for it, it turned into something which is very much doing social entrepreneurship. So, but I want to make very clear, this company we're doing with our money, with other investors' money, and we're doing it for profit. But we feel that this time there is like a double bottom line. Yeah. I think the company is going to do very well for its investors, but it's going to do good for the continent. So it's very much committed to closing the digital divide. And this is one thing that we see for sure. We're there. We let people access the internet. It's affordable. It's state-of-the-art. It's reliable. It's there. They go in it. They get the idea of what it is. How fast can you send emails? What can you do on these platforms? And in the very near future, we hope to be able to demonstrate to people how can they come online and enjoy the content, even produce for themselves a situation where they are generating income by doing things on the web.
Being from the social entrepreneurship side, I love hearing about businesses that do create positive spillover effects to society, whether that be in the form of a social benefit, as you're talking about bridging the digital divide, or an environmental one. And that's a trend that we're seeing a lot at INSEAD. Thank you for joining us. It's been great talking to you.
Thank you very much, Kristen.